We arrived at the Sun turnoff on Highway 4. This is Odd Martin will take us into the Sun Farm. It'll be just down this road here. Sun turnoff.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I've got a really good map of Ida.
Oh, yeah.
And you can look at that. I think I've sent you that website.
Yes, I've looked at it. Yeah. Lot of videos and pictures. Not many videos maybe.
I'm going to be putting videos on there now.
That's so good.
Have some names.
Let's see.
Vad hade Thomas Sørensen i Christian Peders?
Yeah, this goes back a little bit further. There was a Peter Nielsen.
Ja, nej men det, ja.
And
Men did I see a name Thomas Sørensen?
no, I don't recognize that name. But see, here's where Christian Petersen came from, right here.
Yeah.
From this Peter Nielsen.
So,
And he had these brothers right here.
Christian. And he built the part from veranda er det for noe?
Balcony?
Balcony there and here. So this house is also very, very old because in 1900 it was bad and he has to fix it up. So,
And no electricity.
and this is from about 1557, I said. So it's very old.
Lots of paint.
Yeah. But the old...
This is the farm, the Sun Farm, which would be considered the lower Sun Farm. We're going to go now and visit the upper.
Eieren før meg.
Nei.
Han tok vel over, de kjøpte det i 1924.
Ok, du lenger ned mot der, ikke så lenge går det fra?
Nei, 4.
This is believed to be the house that Johannes' father and Johannes Christensen lived in. This is considered the Husman house on this farm. That front part was added on in the early 1900s, but the square house part had been there for, way back in the 1850s. On the back side of this building you can see the older timbers. That would be the original timbers of the original building. The front side had the newer siding put over the old timbers. This is the Oz Church. This is where Johannes Christensen and his wife were married, and Johannes was baptized here as well. Very, very large cemetery.
Was Knut Sevoldsen Bang. He was vicar here.
This is the pulpit in the Oz Church, built in the 1600s. The pulpit is. The church is newer, but the pulpit and the altar is from the 1600s. This is the pipe organ at the back of the church. Looks like a very modern pipe organ.
Yes. And here is Luke with the ox. That tells about the Christmas story. And here is evangelist John with the eagle. That means that the eagle flies very high in the sky. And so is John too. He is very reflected. We are very proud of the candlesticks. They are from about 1660. There are very special, not so many such candlesticks in other churches that are so high and so.
There's the name of the builder of the altar. And his name, what was his name?
His name was Knut Sevoldsen Bang.
This is likely pastor at the Oz Church that married Johannes Christensen in about 1860. And apparently he was a very famous pastor. His name was Wilhelm Christian Magnuson. This is the stable that is associated with the Oz Church. And you can see the Oz Church right there. So what happened when they go to church on Sundays, they would come in their horse and carriage, because this building dates back to the mid-1850 area, and their horses would be kept in the stable during service. And particularly in the wintertime, I would think it would be helpful. So this is a very, very old building. You know, probably at least 150, 60 years old. This is a marker on what's called the Pilgrim Route, all the way from Oslo to Trondheim. And people would make that pilgrimage by walking. As you can see there, it's 474 kilometers to Trondheim from here. And we're probably 100 kilometers from Oslo. But these stones mark the whole route. These are pictures of the original pastors. Like that one on the far right is from 1401. Was a pastor at this church. This is an 11th century church. And as you look around, these are all pictures of the pastors that go around. And then up there they have their pipe organ, a really extensive looking pipe organ. This is the Huff Church, an 11th century church. It's a very nicely mowed, the mowers are here today, cemetery. Here's the pulpit and the altar. And the person that made that altar is the same person that made the altar at the Oz Church. This being, of course, the Huff Church. This is the church called the Huff Church, is where my great-great-grandfather and grandmother were married. And this would have been back in about in the 1820s is where they were married at this church. You can see that this altar was built in 1689. Again, by the same guy that built the altar for the Oz Church.
You know, so yeah, that's when I did the real estate school and all that.
Yeah, Odd Martin has been really good to take us around to these churches. Model of the church, probably back, you know, the original design back in the 13th century. Actually, it started in the 11th century. This is a cute little restaurant by Lake Mosa that we're going to have lunch at. And they serve sandwiches. That's Odd Martin and Frida getting ready for lunch. Having a neat sandwich here at the restaurant. Very, very good sandwich with potato salad in this quaint little restaurant. This is the building right off of the restaurant we just ate in. And it was a Danish governor that lived there in the 17th century.
Ja, I think, yeah.
And that's in the background there, you can see Lake Mosa. On the other side of the lake there is Hamar. And the lake runs up here north. This is a converted house that we just had our lunch in.